Damn, it's so lifelike. Oh, those cows? Wild.
Live from Studio Dead End, brought to you by Deadbeats LLC and Omega Images. It's Spinning Out.
1, 2, ready, go!
Spinning out, whoa, spinning out, whoa. Mama, look this way, 'cause we are winning now. Whoa, feet on the ground, head in the clouds. Don't touch me now, we're spinning out.
We're in the Hall House. I don't know what you can see.
It's just a pretty typical New England living room.
There is stuff to your right that is homey looking. If you take a look to your left, there is some more stuff. And then if you turn it back to yourself, do a quick little... There it is. There's even more stuff.
That's homey? Thanks.
You're my homie. That cactus thing in front of you. Oh my god, we're gonna have to start all over. What does that pillow mean? Why does it say ampersand ing? Or is that a music note? Because singing, that would make sense.
That's a treble clef.
Here comes treble, which leads me to my next point. Dad jokes. That's it. That's the point. We're gonna do dad jokes because it's Father's Day in 2 days. Cody, you point the camera at yourself. Tell your favorite dad joke while I get my thing up.
Okay.
Continue.
Out of all of the inventions in the last 100 years, I think the dry erase board is the most remarkable.
Do you know why they call it the mall?
Why?
Because when you go there, you just don't go to one store, you go to them all. Top drawer. According to Wikipedia, a dad joke is a short joke, typically a pun presented as a one-liner or a question and answer, but not a narrative. Dad jokes are stereotypically told by fathers, hence dad joke, for all you people out there that couldn't put that together. Among family, because dads usually have a family considering their dad, for all you who did put that together. Or to intentionally provoke a negative reaction to its dagginess.
My mom's favorite joke of all time. Why'd the monkey fall out of the tree? Because he was dead.
How does a penguin build its house? It glues it all together. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? An irrelevant. What's brown and sticky?
A stick.
Yep.
What's brown and rhymes with Snoop?
Poop.
Dr. Dre.
How do you make a Kleenex dance?
You put a little boogie in it.
Yeah!
I've heard recently that people don't like having to bend over to get their drinks. We really need to raise the bar. Are you thinking of saying something, or are you just really disappointed in that joke?
I'm really disappointed. Just like my dad is in me.
Oh, good one.
Ooh, here's a complicated one. What's the difference between a motorcycle with... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Did I tell you about the time I fell in love during a backflip? I was hells overhead. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We're ending on this one. It better be fucking good.
I had a dream that I was a muffler last night. I woke up exhausted.
Ho ho! I have one of those green things too. While you're taking in the sights and sounds, I'm going to prep you people for a great interview we have. We got some great peeps on the show as per the norm. My boy's an Overthinker, Orlando. Cody, it's you. I'm pointing at you, Cody. And if anyone's from Orlando, I'm pointing at you too. Cody's been there. The Overthinker's from there. So here's the interview, because they rock, and roll. Keep your face once it... Yeah. We're live in the moment with 3/4 of Overthinker, based out of what, Orlando, guys?
Yeah.
So let's start with introductions and what you do with the band, and we'll go from there.
Cool. I'll start. I'm Tony. I play guitar and also sing.
I'm Eric. I also play guitar and also sing.
Glenn. I play bass and also sing.
And who are the drummer, you said?
Will Ryan. He's from South Florida, so he's down there right now, about 3 hours south.
Okay, that's fair. So Overthinker, what's that all about? Let's get the origin story.
So it's kind of weird. We used to be called The Area Disappear, and Glenn and I actually come from South Florida as well. So we kind of just moved up, and then we were all kind of friends for a while, and then Tony asked me to join the band with different members, but it didn't really gel as well with everyone else. And then we kind of were sitting outside this really bad bar in Orlando talking about it. And we decided to change the name. Overthinker came up in conversation. So that kind of just happened naturally, and then we kind of filled out the spots when necessary because things just weren't working out with the other people. And then we found Glenn, who happens to be my roommate. Not really found. It's just kind of like, hey, you're playing in my band now. And then Mark, our old drummer, moved to Washington, so shout out to him. And then Will just kind of filled the space. So
He begged it.
yeah,
He was like,
Will was like, I
wanna be in
need
your
to be
band.
in your band. And we're like, all right, you're in.
And I think Tony, I noticed on Facebook you're from Burlington, Vermont.
Yes, I am.
Yo, that's my neck of the woods. I'm down in New Hampshire.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
How'd you find the rest of the band if they're all down in Florida?
Funny story. So I moved to Florida about 5 years ago now. Wow. And I met Glenn on the internet on a lovely group called the Defend Pop Punk Group. He used to play in a band called Bad Year. And I ended up going out to his shows, and we just became friends because of that. And I met everyone else just by being involved in the scene. So
Nice. Okay, cool. So you guys just recently, this year, you put out a self-titled record.
Mhm.
If you guys want to talk about that.
So we put it out in April, right? Sounds right. April sounds right.
March 22nd.
Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. So those were songs that were written a while ago, majorly by Tony, and then we kind of just it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know how to word it, but like we had all these songs written and hashed out, and then Tony and I sat down in his old studio and we just kind of reworked everything and added things where they needed to be added, different lead guitar parts, different lyrics and such. And it took a while, but finally we were happy with the product. And as soon as we introduced Glenn in, we kind of just threw him in the booth and he knocked all his vocal parts out in a night. And then, yeah, it's just a record about, I don't know, but you wrote the lyrics majority, the majority of them.
You know, it's just kind of about the struggles of growing apart with friends and dealing with getting older, you know.
Yes, sir. So been out for what, couple months and a half. What's the reception been like from friends, family, and fans?
It seems to be going pretty well. It's still going pretty hot. I mean, obviously that first month you get the biggest hit of them all. So we're trying to continue up the hype. We're dropping a couple more things in the next couple of weeks in relation to that record. So that's really cool. And then once we toured, it kind of got out to more people, which was even cooler to see a bunch of people in Richmond just singing our words to us, which was kind of weird because we don't really have any connection to them other than like playing their house every once in a, like that one time. So it was really cool for that to happen. And yeah, it's been going really well. I'm really excited about it. All the videos have good views and all that jazz. So can only get better.
Nice. Hell yeah. And I think I'm scrolling through Facebook now, just seeing what's going on. I think your next show is at Will's Pub in Orlando, according to Facebook.
Yes, our next show is at Will's Pub on July 8th with America Part 2, Suburban Drive, and Down Tilt. That sounds right? Yeah, cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah, America Part 2,
Everything, etc.
Everything, etc. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry.
Awkward. So you excited for that show?
It's gonna be awesome. It's actually gonna be on my birthday, so we're gonna probably party pretty hard.
Makes sense. Sweet 16 Part 2.
Yeah. Even though he's 29.
Nice.
I'll be 29.
Exciting. So what are you planning on getting done with the rest of your 20s before 30 hits? What's on the 20s bucket list?
Well, to be honest, I've been kind of grinding on that. It's just I've recently left my full-time job, run this recording studio here. I also print t-shirts with a buddy of mine, and I do some freelance work. So the goal by 30 is to be self-sustaining without having to work a day job, playing music, doing things I love.
Nice. That's a good thing. I'm sure you'll do it.
So far,
there's a lot of music
I still got
recording and shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Any other stuff coming up that you're allowed to talk about / announce yet? Any other shows or maybe new music, stuff like that?
We're actually like literally recording something really cool that we're going to drop in the next few weeks. I don't want to go too into it, but it's gonna be sick. So we're literally finishing up right now. Like that's why we're all here.
So everyone out there, teaser. Look in the next couple of weeks. We got new stuff or something coming up. We'll see. And I know you guys are you're going to a show tonight. That's what Tony was saying.
Yeah.
Who are you seeing?
We're actually seeing our friends in this band called Subtleties. They're from upstate. They said they're from upstate New York, but I'm pretty sure the guy Dan I'm talking to is actually from upstate Mass. We're actually probably going to be playing up there with them hopefully sometime soon. So
they're sick.
Hey, that's
good band. Yeah, they're from your neck of the woods for sure.
Hell yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm just looking them up. Oh yeah, New York. Cool. Pumped. So I know you guys got to head out to that. So I'll have one more question for you, then we'll do closing remarks. Sure. It's more random. So what has been a part or moment in your life that you definitely overthought and things just derailed?
Everything.
Literally everything, yeah.
That's how we came up with the name. We are all chronic overthinkers, to be honest.
Yeah, like I'll be talking with a friend and I'll say something. I'm like, oh my God, was that rude? Was that too much? Am I being annoying? And then it's like, fuck, no, I'm not. And then they respond like a minute later after I've been having a conversation in my head for what feels like days. And it's just like, yeah, dude, sure. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm fine.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
I feel that. I'm
Will's
almost like an underthinker.
Same person in the band. He's like, Will's pretty grounded when it comes to that kind of situation. Yeah. He has the attitude of, fuck it, while all of us are like, ah!
Nice. So Will's kind of the rock of the group?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
We're all the rock of the group, brother.
Yeah. Nice. Good old puns. I love puns. Some good stuff. So yeah, closing remarks. We got a couple more, or 30 seconds to a minute. Any last minute thoughts you guys want to throw out there for the fans, the people watching, anybody?
Banjo-Kazooie just got announced for Super Smash Brothers, and that's fucking sick. Gamers rise up. We have some new stuff coming. We'll be dropping something very soon. I don't want to get too into it though, but it's very cool. And I don't want to spoil it. But and then we have new music coming out soon. We have a bunch of stuff we're working on, and more tours, more shows, more rock music, and more merch and all that jazz. So I'm very excited to share that with everybody. More merch,
sure. Yeah. Tour coming soon.
Yeah,
Tony, you do the merch since you have the shirt thing?
Yeah, anything screen printed related. I can do embroidery.
Awesome.
Self-sustaining.
Yeah.
That's how you take down overhead costs, baby. Boom.
Making money. So that was basically it. I know. Thank you, all three of you, for being on the show. Will, I guess it's okay that you live 3 hours south. I won't hold it against you, but we're a little disappointed in you.
Fuck them.
But I want to thank you for jumping on this super short notice. I know, Tony, we were talking today and it just happened, which is great. And I hope you guys are doing very well. I hope the show tonight is awesome. And I hope you come to Mass or this area soon so I can rock out with you.
Absolutely. I'll let you know.
Yeah, baby. Can't wait.
Yeah. I'm going to start recording in a second. So if you want to make a goofy face, laugh, smile, do whatever you want.
Ah!
Yeah.
Of
Overthinker. They're freaking out. They're having a good time. And I hope you all have a good time too. Pepperidge Farm remembers. I went to a concert over the weekend with Dave, and Pam showed up. Newfound Glory and Real Friends at Dollskin in the early November. It was Dope Boy Fresh. We got some footage coming up right about now. And then when we cut back to me, now again. And one more time, because there's probably more than one. Or two, or three. There's just going to be a bunch of footage. Dave's tummy was upset in the subway. I will not go any further into it because it was really gross. He barfed in the subway. And I'm not completely sure why, but it was really rough. But he's okay, and I'm proud of him for getting through that. But I had a great time at the concert. Good fun. Top drawer. Thanks for being here in this... What was that? You heard that?
Yeah, there's a rooster that lives next door.
Does he wake you up in the morning?
Every morning.
Really? What time? Like, legitimately, like when dawn breaks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep, if I leave the window open 100%.
So he doesn't do it if the window's closed?
I mean, he does. It just doesn't. It's not loud enough
That's, how do you know he does it, though? Can you hear
You can hear him.
Oh.
It's just not loud enough to wake me up.
Mm-hmm. So how do you know if you're asleep?
When I wake up, he's already mid-crowing.
Mid-crow? Mid-cock?
I didn't want to say mid-cock. That sounds weird.
You said it, I didn't. Wait, yes, I did. Shit! Mid-do?
Again, mid-do sounds weird.
Which one's better, mid-cock or mid-do?
I think mid-crow sounds better. Mid-squawk. We'll say that. We'll settle on that.
Yeah! Pepperidge Farm remembers. Thanks for being here, people. In the heat of the moment, or the heat of my peer pressure, or the heat of your general, likeness of the bands. If you happen to have stumbled on this while going through YouTube, I apologize, because no one really wants to stumble upon this. Anyone use that?
It's not a thing anymore.
What? They don't have it anymore?
It's been gone for a while.
Thank you to Overthinker and the House of Blues in Boston, and Dave, and the people who created the Boston Subway, Top Drawer. Thank you to Omega Images and Deadbeats, and thank you to people that know how to really confuse you when they put stuff on a pillow, but it doesn't really make sense when you first look at it. And I'm going to end on that because I'm going to go cry in the bathroom, because I was so rude. Alright, get that camera out of my face!